Alright, alright. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Don't try that again.
Deploying Pokemon!
Hello and welcome to my gunsinking tutorial. I will just cover anything that I have. So I will use Vegas Pro 13. I will use Fraps. I will use Battlefield 4 and I will use Counter-Strike. I won't cover anything with Call of Duty because I don't have this game and I don't know how it works. So sorry about that, but I don't have the game and I can't really explain how it works there. So before I start syncing, first we need the material. And to get the material we will start with Battlefield. Now we have joined on an empty server and always use an empty server, never a full one, or even if there's one single person, this person will make you insane. Trust me. So, now that we are on Battlefield, keep in mind you have 4 weapons for each class. 3 of them can be used with any class. So use the recon to use those 3, the carbines, the pump guns and the shotguns and the DMRs, because he has the spawn beacon, and the spawn beacon makes things easier because you can spawn on it, so you don't have to walk a minute or so because the spawn points are really retarded. And also every gun, at least except the shotguns, every gun has a silencer, or even has a built-in one, so don't forget, use a silencer. Use the gun without a silencer, and if you are a bit special like me, you can even remove anything optical from the gun. Like the SCAR, I removed the scope, I removed anything that changes it on the appearance except the camo. The camos I just used which one I like the most, because the gun looks more natural, and yeah, I just liked it for myself. So now that you have it, you can spawn. As you can see, I'm the only guy on the game. That's good. Now you just look for a spot you can use. The sun is always pretty interesting. I have the game on minimum settings right now, so sorry about that. You just use a place where you can record. This looks interesting, but the fire may be annoying because it may disturb your... Fire is not very good, to be honest. Don't have fire or smoke or anything in your vision. Let's just... I just have to demonstrate something, so I won't use a very beautiful thing. Just use a place you like and where there is no smoke or fire, because that's pretty annoying. And look for the background noises in here, because you can't turn them off and sometimes they are very annoying. So let's just use the street. Yeah. Just make a point for yourself, like turn your mouse to the minimum degree. Just place yourself somewhere you can remember where you was. And you just and now place your... I don't even know where to place it. Let's use this little point behind there, a little bit under it, so like here. Now you can now you should turn the user interface off, and that works like this. There's a strange button, I don't know how it's called. It makes those things. Some people should know those. I hate them. Just press it, you open the console, type in UI. Type in UI.draw. Come on. Draw enable and then 0. This removes your user interface. And now, while I shoot the gun, keep in mind you shoot once. It doesn't always work, so you can also switch to single fire and have an easier time. So, shoot once. Shoot the full magazine. Let the reload go through. and then you can stop the recording. Then you have everything covered with the gun, except the silencer. You can also use that one if you wish. Don't forget the pistol. Don't really reload the pistol. If you want, you can do it, but I don't personally like those reloads. And use your tools that make good sounds. So like this defibrillator. I can't pronounce that. So just do it. And after you've done everything you have in your kit right now, just press the same thing. Go press up, and then you have UI.drawEnable1. So you have the user interface again. And then you go just suicide. It won't affect your kill death ratio or something because you're the only one on the game and the game didn't really start. So just cycle through to the next weapon. Don't forget the silencer if you need it. And then just continue and continue to do that until you reached the point where you have every gun covered. Yeah. And there's a special thing. If you want vehicles, you can also place them on the same place and then shoot them, because like tanks, they have a really good sound in third person. That's a really nice bass. Yeah, just keep that in mind if you want to do it. Also, there are many options in the sound menu. I mostly use Hi-Fi for gun syncing because it has the best sound. There also is this one. I don't know how it's called in English. It changes the sound dramatically. So just compare it. That's with the one I use in game just for playing, and that's the Hi-Fi one I want to use for gun syncing. It sounds more clear and there's not that strong echo. So yeah, we finished the Battlefield part. Now we go to Counter-Strike. So now that we are in Counter-Strike, we can enable the console now. The console is a very useful tool, especially in Counter-Strike, because it enables many things. So go to keyboard and mouse, go to the most bottom part of it. There's this thing called toggle console. Just use any hotkey you want. And after you have placed that one, you can press the button, and if you see... Where's my console now? Where's my console? Huh. Well, alright, let's just go into a game. Maybe it will appear. Go offline with bots, because you don't need anyone disturbing you. Choose a map you want. I will take log now. You can also use any of the community maps. There are some pretty good ones. I will just use log now. Press no bots. If there are bots, just type in the console bot_kick, and then they should disappear. So now we are loading the game, and this might take a while. Yeah, jump cut. Now I toggle the console on. This is how the console should look like. So you have a lot of commands you have to type in before you even start something. So first you have to type in sv_cheats1. That enables things like noclip. Then if you have bots, you type in bot_kick. If you have bots, then you type in mp by_anywhere 1, so you can buy anywhere on the map. It makes things easier, trust me. Then mp_max money. I don't know why, but I always use 50,000, that's enough. Then mp_start money. The same, 50,000. Then you type in mp round time, and then as you can see down there, there is mp round time diffuse, and mp round time hostage. It always depends on the game mode you are playing. If you have something like Team Deathmatch, just use runtime. If you have a diffuse map, then go to diffuse. If you have a hostage map, type in hostage. It goes on minutes with the time, so I will just use 50. That should be more than enough. Then you type in, MP by time 5000 again. This one goes on seconds, so make it a bit higher. 5000 should be okay. And then you just press MP runtime, no, MP restart game 1. This restarts your game, gives you the start money you have, and now you can just go around and look for a spot you can use. Let's see, what do we have here? The best place is a place that doesn't have any fire or smoke, because those things are very disturbing. Yeah, that looks decent. Let's just... for beginners, it's always better to go in a corner. This is a corner here. You can't go over it or something without jumping. So just go into the corner. Don't move. Use the place you want to place your crosshair on. I will use this spot here. It's easy to remember. But first I will buy everything I can buy. Now you see all my skins. Please send me skins, because skins... I'm joking, don't really do that. Just buy every gun you can buy. Keep in mind the M4 has a silenced version. Don't forget to take the silencer off of that one. The pistols have the USP, the P2000. The USP also has a silencer. And the 5.7 or Tech 9 also has the CZ75. So don't forget to use those. If you want to, don't forget the Zeus. And some grenades if you wish. It's not that important, but why not? So you have any gun you can get as a counter-terrorist right now. Don't forget, terrorists have other guns too, like instead of the M4 they have the AK or something. Why is the game mode still... Oh, I didn't change it. I'm stupid. MP runtime diffuse 50. That should change it. Let's just restart the game and I will do it again. Now you can see how you should do it. Without any explanation. Just go to the spot you wish. Do I have something better here? And let's just use no clip. It's faster if you know your spot. Whoosh. And now we are here. So we buy all the guns we can get again. As you can see on the around here, the buy time is pretty high, so you have enough time. Buy everything you can. Did I buy everything? No, I didn't. I forgot some stuff. Just buy everything you can. I messed up a bit here. Yeah, that's not anything, but alright. Place your... no. Just first, you have to remove your heads-up display. And that works like this. CL underscore draw HUD, like in Battlefield, and 0. Your user interface is now gone. And yeah, you should place the crosshair first, or place a dot on your screen or something if you want. There's a chicken. Kill it. Die, please. Alright, never mind. Yeah. Place your crosshair on there. Change the thing first. So place it. Remove it. And don't use your mouse. Don't move it. That would be terrible. And then record. Shoot one bullet. Shoot the whole magazine. Let the reload go through. And if you want, even inspect the weapon. I did it for filler purposes if you need to fill a empty space where you have nothing to shoot. And now that you dropped every weapon you have, you can just throw this one away. Just keep in mind, just look that it's not in the screen somewhere. I moved my screen, didn't I? I don't know. And then just use the next weapon. Drop it. Next weapon. Shoot. Reload. Inspect. Drop. Shoot. Reload. Inspect. And just go on until you went through every gun you have. Yeah. Sometime if you went through the pistols, you always have to switch from the knife. And then you went through all of them, you switch to terrorist, use all of those guns, use the silenced versions of the pistol and the M4. And then you should go through, and then you're through it. Don't forget the Zeus. Now we have everything ready after the recording to sync. But first I will use Battlefield now. So we go to the folder where Battlefield is saved. As you can see, I renamed every single gun I had, so I don't have to look for every gun I need. Small tip, know your game. If you know how the gun sounds, you have a easier time because you can just put it in there. If you hear a beat, you already know, this beat is for this weapon, or this sound is for that weapon, and so on. So you just copy everything, drag it into the project media, and you have everything here. I already started a bit. I just did the bass part. I also already cropped it a bit. Just to show it to you, I will now just take the Groza so you can see how it looks like. I took a song called, where is it? Yeah, just drag the song in there too. Where was this song? Yeah, that's it. CNT Easy. I wanted to do a Call of Duty one, so I named it Call of Duty, but no. As you can see, if you have cropped this thing with this, yeah, it's called track motion. You can do animations with it, you can do many things with it. But I mostly use it to place them where they should be. So you just make it smaller. That's the normal one. This one's the normal one, as it looks like. You can always see it on the right side here. And if you make it smaller now, just for the amount you want, and place it in the edge, in the corner here, you have it in the corner like you want it. I wanted it, so I place it in there. You can also flip it vertically if you really want it, and horizontally. I like to use that one. And then just place this one as a placeholder. I won't cover everything right now and I won't do a complete sync. It will take ages. Well, it won't take ages, about 2 hours maybe for this part. Not even. But still, I would just want to show you everything that you need to know to start syncing. I won't show you how to do it itself. So, as you can see, yeah, it lags a bit if you have multiple, so keep that in mind. I will restore this one, set it to the normal amount. Oops. I also changed the, where is it? This one is for the track FX. As you can see, you have lots of stuff. You can also access them over here. I just added more contrast so it looks better. This is the normal one. Let's make it bigger. This is the normal one, and this is the changed one. It's a small difference. It's just eye candy. This thing, if you ever seen it, it's for the preview. That's a small preview. You can cut stuff in there. You use these yellow bars. You can cut it, call it something, and then you have this cutout part. But if you want to cut it in the file itself, you can just mark it As you can see, it's red now. And then just press S at the part you want to cut it. The part where it gets cut is marked with this thing. And then you can just freely drag it. It's not bound to this one. Yeah. You can also stretch stuff. Means they are slower. Like here. Normally they are just like this. And this one is stretched. So you can make them faster. As you can see, it's over pretty fast. Or you can just stretch it to the max. Yeah, I should mute the song first. This thing I should also remind you of. This is for the sound. This is for the pan. So if you go to the left, you hear it, you only hear it on the left side of your speakers, or the right side of your speakers, or headphones, or whatever you use. If you use mono, you should get burned. And yeah, this is the solo function. It makes every other, what did it press? Yeah, it makes every other part of it disappear. So if you use the solo on a video track, so on a visual track, it blends out every other thing, so you only see this one. So you can't, those are overlapping, so you shouldn't see the one with the Groza, with the gun, not the shotgun. But if I press solo, you see it. You can also do multiple solos if you want. This one is just to mute stuff, to remove it from your visual. If you press touch on the audio file, or just press V after you marked it, place and remove those blue things. They are for the volume. So if you, it's shown in the music, if you go up with it, it makes it louder. If you go down to the max, it just stops. So if you go to infinite, you can change you can change it to any volume you want. So if you have a part where something should be a bit less loud, you can just make it a bit more silent with this thing. You can make some endings with it too. So if you put it over here, for example, it just ends. You can also fade stuff. That means it's shown to you with the solo function. It just blends out. It works like this. You go with your cursor to the top right corner or the left corner, depends on which one you want to take. It also works with sound. So yeah, just press the mouse button and drag it as far as you want, and then it does its job. Also, yeah, let's go to the sync itself. Let's mute this one, let's mute this one. I just want the part with the shotgun. I already synced it a bit. I will show it how I did it. As you can see, it was, for me at least, it was synced as good as I could. If it gets faster, it won't be perfect. So, for example, it always goes on it always switches to 1 millisecond. You can change it to like half of a millisecond or something. So if the music is too fast, you can sync it perfectly. You are not able to sync it perfectly, if you understood it right. Yeah. To the sync itself, let's remove some of it. Let's copy this one. First you have to hear the beat out. I chose the bass right now. I thought the sound sounds perfectly for the DAW, so I used that one. The next bass was somewhere here, as you can hear. If you use the orange thing, you can slow the video down. And as you could hear, it's way easier to sync it if you use it like that. So, as you can see, always look on the waves, because they show where a louder sound is, mostly a major beat or a bass. So, what the hell did I do right now? Oh man, Vegas, don't down me. Just place it down here. This is the part where the shot is, around between here. And here's the bass, so try to get it as close as possible. It mostly never gets to that, but just try your best. That's not a bass, the next one is a bass. This one should be a bass, this one should be one, this one should be one. As you can see, the songs always have a pattern. You should look over that. This one should be right. This one's wrong. This one's totally wrong. Or maybe not, no. This one's better. That should be better too. Let's see. As you can hear, it's almost perfect. You can never do it as perfect as you want it to be, but it's decent enough. I just heard a little mistake. This one comes too late. If you have a good ear, you can always hear it out. Just need some training. Yeah, now it's perfect. As you can hear, it's almost perfect. As it gets faster, you can just make it as perfect as you want, as I said. The second part sounded very good, I hope. And that's because I pitched it a bit. I don't even know, let me see. Yeah. Every first-ish, I changed those. Now I removed everyone. Revert this one, let's copy this one. Let's just paste it again back. You will hear the difference. That's with the same pitch every time. It sounds a bit odd, at least for me. Now I take the pitched version, place it back again. It overlaps a bit, but I don't care right now. If you hear it in the sound in the song itself, the first sound it has two sounds, 1 2 1 2 1 2 always, and the first one always is a bit higher. So you can use another gun, or you can pitch the gun you have. Pitching works like this. If you saw my question mark gun things, you should already know what a pitch is. Let's just take this one out, mute the song, and now pitch it. That's the pitched version, that's the normal version. Let's make one for comparison, or even two. Let's make this one very light. You press to pitch up, you press plus. If you want to pitch it down, you press minus. So pitch this one up. I will make it pretty extreme so you notice the difference. And minus a lot. That's a bit too much. That's still too much. That's still too much. As you can hear, it's pitched. And you can use it for parts like this. As you can hear, you should hear, it's pitched. I continued using it here. Yeah, and let's make a good ending here, where the beat ends. Let's add the music, and then we have this. Works for me. Yeah, the same works with the main beat. You just have to, let's see in the music. Yeah, you have to use like 3 to 5 different weapons. This sound really should work with silenced sniper rifles. I made an S before the silenced one so I could find them easy. Let's just test one out. Let's take this double beat and just test it. Alright, this one is somewhere here. Come on, move. The gun should be here. The next one is here, as you can see in the waves. I should place it like this. And it should sound. Yep. One sound is pretty similar to those, so you can use the same gun. Alright, I found a similar sound to this one. I will place one here. That's the closest I can get, no. Let's see. Let's make another one. Just should be the M40. As I said, I know how these guns sound, so I know which one to use. You might just shuffle around a bit, or no, that's too weak. I think the Go Magnums should do the work. No, that was not what I wanted. I cut it again with S at the spots I want to cut it. Yep, that fits perfectly. Yeah, that doesn't. Where's the M98B? There it is. The silent snipers sound really good with this part. And as you can hear, it already sounds pretty synced. If you want to be safe, just slow it down and listen for it again. Yeah, it sounds good enough. Alright, and let's combine them and listen if it's working. If it's good. Yeah, and if you have those small gaps, close them every time. And sometimes something like this happens. As you can see, I have nothing in here, but the game Vegas just thinks you're a dick, and just save it and restart Vegas, and it should be alright again. So keep that in mind if you have a problem like this. You can notice it if in the timeline, if you press this thing, it's red, then it's corrupted for some reason. But if you restart it, it should be fixed again. Yeah, that's so far to the syncing part. Just... yeah, I don't even know. You can add... I don't really want to show you any editing parts because that's always on your style. If you don't like to add contrast, just don't do it. Do it like you want, and just find your own style. I like to use just decent filters. Some people just throw it full with flashing lights and things. Everyone has his own style, and that's good. Alright, I hope I could help you. I am not really good with tutorials, so I wasn't really prepared for that, but yeah, I hope you found it useful anyways, and thanks for watching.